Rylan, was that Dillon Brooks underneath the basket?
Wow. All I could see was ice. I didn't.
Oh, you didn't see him. It was too icy. Okay.
Man. Bling.
Dillon Brooks might have pulled off the pettiest stunt the NBA has seen all week. This man reportedly bought himself a courtside seat at a Lakers playoff game for one reason only: to personally watch LeBron James struggle in real time. And hold up, the craziest part is Dillon Brooks does not even play for the Thunder. He literally popped out just to enjoy the chaos and soak up every second of the moment. Cameras kept catching him sitting courtside covered in iced-out chains with that snug grin every time the Lakers started falling apart. Quick question for the comments: is this officially the pettiest move we have seen in recent NBA history, or did Dillon Brooks just cement himself as a full-time league villain forever? And be honest, how many of y'all would actually spend money on courtside tickets at somebody else's playoff game just to troll your biggest rival in person? Dillon Brooks seriously never runs out of energy when it comes to beef. The man does not get exhausted. He does not let drama expire just because time passes. Dillon holds grudges the same way people guard their passwords, locked away permanently, never forgotten, and always ready to be used at the worst possible moment for whoever crossed him. And listen to this: the newest chapter in his trolling saga might honestly be the funniest thing the NBA postseason has delivered so far.
The outlet on and picks up the Thunder foul.
Well, we've seen an aggressive LeBron James.
The Lakers were battling the Thunder in Game 4 with their entire season hanging by a thread. They were already down 3-0 in the series, so one more loss meant complete disaster. The energy inside Crypto.com arena felt tense from the opening tip. Even the broadcast crew sounded nervous. The Lakers bench looked stressed the entire night. But listen to this: the one person in the building who looked completely calm and entertained was Dillon Brooks. Not sitting on the bench, not wearing a jersey, and not even involved in the playoff matchup itself anymore. This man reportedly flew in from his new life with the Phoenix Suns, bought a courtside seat with his own money, and planted himself right next to the action. And hold up, he did all of that just to watch LeBron James potentially get swept out of the playoffs in person.
And also, too, as we continue to talk about on all our broadcasts together, it's the team
that level of pettiness honestly takes serious dedication and preparation. Booking the flight, locking in the hotel, securing the courtside ticket, choosing the perfect fit, making sure the iced-out chains were shining directly into the broadcast cameras, and having that grin ready every single time the Lakers messed up a possession. This was not some random fan casually pulling up to enjoy playoff basketball. Nah, listen to this. This felt like a fully calculated trolling mission executed by somebody who had been waiting years for this exact moment. Now, let's rewind for a second, because the backstory behind this beef makes the whole situation even crazier. Dillon Brooks and LeBron James have been going at each other ever since the first round of the 2023 NBA playoffs. Back then, the Memphis Grizzlies entered the series as the higher seed. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Lakers came in as the lower seed, trying to play spoiler. And Dillon Brooks made it crystal clear he planned to make life miserable for LeBron every chance he got. The trash talk, the physical fouls, the non-stop media shots. It literally became an entire campaign centered around getting under the skin of the four-time MVP.
And they started making a run.
There are some people, the Lakers are making that run, they get it to 14. You and LeBron have that exchange. There are people out there that say, maybe you shouldn't do that with one of the better players in the game. What were you thinking?
I don't care, he's old. You know what I mean? I was waiting for that. I was expecting him to do that Game 4, Game 5. He wanted to say something when I got my fourth foul. He should have been saying that earlier on. But, I poke bears. I don't respect no one until they come and give me.
That famous quote from that playoff series still lives rent-free inside the minds of Lakers fans everywhere. Dillon Brooks looked reporters dead in the face after one of those games and called LeBron James old. He said he did not care. He straight up admitted he was waiting for LeBron to come at him because, in his words, he likes poking bears. Then he doubled down, saying he does not respect anyone until they drop 40 points on him. That entire press conference instantly exploded across the basketball world. At the time, Brooks was viewed as nothing more than a role player, yet he was speaking about one of the biggest superstars in NBA history like they were standing on equal ground. Most players around the league would never even think about saying something like that publicly, but Brooks said it casually, smirked, and walked away like it was nothing. The Los Angeles Lakers eventually won that series in 6 games. Afterward, LeBron jumped on Instagram and posted that legendary grizzly bear line everybody remembers. "If you ever see me fighting a grizzly bear, help the bear." That quote was supposed to end the rivalry once and for all. That line was supposed to turn Dillon Brooks into the punchline of his own trash talk. And honestly, it worked for maybe a week. Because listen to this, Brooks immediately went right back to talking crazy. He never learned the lesson Lakers fans desperately wanted him to learn. Instead, he took the loss, stuffed it in his pocket, and kept the rivalry alive completely inside his own mind. Fast forward to last December. Dillon Brooks sat down for another media session and delivered yet another quote that the internet could not stop repeating. He claimed LeBron only likes people who bow down to him. Then, Brooks made it clear that he does not bow down to anybody. That is exactly the type of quote that turns into NBA social media gold. That is the type of soundbite that ends up plastered across graphics and reposted on basketball Twitter for weeks straight. One thing about Dillon Brooks, the man absolutely knows how to manufacture viral trash talk. He might honestly be one of the best players in the league when it comes to packaging disrespect into a quotable headline. Then, this postseason rolled around. The Phoenix Suns had a rough ending to their season. They got eliminated by the Oklahoma City Thunder in round 1, and that same Thunder squad was now busy tearing apart the Lakers in round 2. Dillon Brooks had nothing left going on basketball-wise at that point. His season was officially over. Most NBA players in that situation disappear on vacation somewhere. Maybe they hit a beach, fly to a private island, or head back home to relax. But hold up, Dillon Brooks decided his vacation destination would be courtside at a Lakers playoff game, specifically so he could potentially witness LeBron James lose his season with his own eyes. The cameras finally caught him during the second quarter of Game 4. Iced out chains shining, huge smile on his face, completely relaxed, looking like a man enjoying every second of the chaos.
Did we just spot a villain, Kevin Harlan? Was that Dillon Brooks underneath the basket?
Wow.
All I could see was ice.
Kevin Harlan and the rest of the broadcast crew could barely contain themselves once the camera spotted what looked like the NBA's newest supervillain sitting courtside. The Boothians started joking on air about whether Dillon Brooks had officially entered his comic book villain era. And listen to this, the entire moment played out live on national television for everybody to witness in real time. By halftime, the clip had already exploded across social media. From the Lakers' perspective, the optics could not have looked worse. The Oklahoma City Thunder were already controlling the game. The Thunder already held a brutal 3-0 series lead. Analysts around the league were already praising Oklahoma City for looking completely dominant throughout the postseason. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Lakers were getting cooked everywhere. Inside the NBA, podcasts, sports talk shows, comment sections, Twitter, everywhere you looked, people were roasting them. Now, add a longtime rival sitting courtside, smiling through the destruction. The Lakers cannot even lose quietly anymore. They have to collapse in front of a man who has been waiting since 2023 for this exact type of revenge moment. And while all this trolling was happening courtside, there was still actual basketball unfolding on the floor that Dillon Brooks was clearly enjoying. LeBron James has looked visibly frustrated throughout most of this series. The complaints about foul calls, the arguments with referees, the slow walks back on defense after missed whistles, the disappearing acts late in games, the ugly 18-point loss in Game 2, and the rough Game 3 performance when he shot just 36.8% from the field and managed only 4 fourth-quarter points. Then, Game 4 started unfolding with the Lakers trailing 49-45 at halftime, while the offense looked completely lost once again. The entire series has honestly felt like one long countdown toward elimination, and Dillon Brooks had a front-row seat to watch the final chapter unfold. The broadcast crew also accidentally dropped some real basketball truth during Brooks' cameo segment. They pointed out that LeBron was averaging only 3 free throw attempts per game. 3! In the previous round against Houston, he was averaging almost 8 attempts a night. So somehow, against the defending champion Thunder, the 4-time MVP suddenly cannot buy a trip to the free throw line. The broadcasters tried framing it as Oklahoma City simply bringing more physicality and controlling how the games are officiated, which honestly is true. The Thunder absolutely play more physical basketball. The Thunder establishes defensive pressure and intensity from the opening possession every single night. And in playoff basketball, the team that punches first physically usually gets the benefit of the whistle moving forward. That little exchange from the broadcast booth felt like accidental honesty slipping through. The Thunder are simply tougher than the Lakers in this series. They control the pace, they dictate the energy, they influence how officials interpret the game. Meanwhile, the Lakers keep looking like a team hoping the whistle will rescue them. But hold up, playoff basketball against a team like Oklahoma City does not work like that. The whistle usually favors the more aggressive team, and Dillon Brooks understands that style better than almost anybody. Brooks built his entire NBA identity around physical defense and non-stop aggression. So imagine how satisfying this had to feel for him sitting courtside watching the Lakers struggle with the exact issues he has criticized LeBron about for years. The body looks older, the whistle is harder to earn, and the game has become more physical than the Lakers seem capable of matching at the moment. Early in the game, the broadcast tried to push clips of aggressive LeBron drives into the paint to shift the narrative a bit. They praised his preparation. They praised his focus. They talked about how he never cheats the process and always stays mentally ready no matter the pressure. But honestly, it felt like standard broadcast filler meant to keep viewers emotionally invested in a series that already looked finished. Meanwhile, the camera kept cutting back to Dillon Brooks smiling courtside like somebody who already knew how the movie was ending. Lakers fans inside Crypto.com arena were definitely not happy about his little cameo appearance, and the reactions online were absolutely ruthless. People started joking about how arena security even allowed one of LeBron's biggest rivals to sit in such a visible courtside position. Others joked that the Lakers organization should pay Brooks just to leave the building. And then you had people pointing out how insane it looked that a Phoenix Suns player literally flew in just to enjoy the Lakers losing, which honestly says a lot about how massive the Lakers brand still is. But the reality is the Lakers cannot really do anything about it. Brooks paid for the ticket. That seat belongs to him for the night. He can sit there, react however he wants, and enjoy every second of the chaos. The team cannot ban him, they cannot relocate him, and they definitely cannot ask him to dim the chains or stop smiling at the scoreboard. Dillon Brooks earned this moment through years of non-stop beef and trolling. Now he is cashing in on the receipts in person. There's also a bigger picture here, how Brooks has built his image around the NBA. He's not a superstar, he's not an all-star, and most people wouldn't even rank him among the league's top 50 players. But what Dillon Brooks absolutely is one of the most marketable villains in professional basketball. His entire brand revolves around challenging bigger stars, talking recklessly, and surviving the fallout afterward. And teams have paid him extremely well over the years because that type of playoff toughness and irritation actually carries value. Brooks is the exact type of player fans hate when he plays against their team, but absolutely love once he puts on their jersey. That's a rare role in sports, and honestly, Brooks has perfected it. His decision to sit courtside for this playoff game is just the newest chapter in building that villain brand. Every camera shot of him laughing becomes free publicity. Every image of iced-out chains becomes instant content. Every debate sparked on basketball Twitter creates more engagement. And listen, Dillon Brooks clearly understands the modern attention economy better than a lot of actual superstars. This is the same player who turned his villain reputation into a massive multi-year contract payday. Now he has somehow turned a Lakers playoff game he wasn't even participating in into another viral NBA moment people will remember for years. The funniest part about this entire situation is that Dillon Brooks might have actually been ahead of the basketball world when it came to the LeBron conversation. Back in 2023, when Brooks publicly called LeBron James old, the entire NBA world acted like he had committed an unforgivable crime. People treated Brooks like he crossed the disrespectful line nobody was supposed to touch. The basketball world instantly rushed to defend LeBron and clown Brooks for even daring to say it publicly. But hold up. Fast forward 3 years later, and now those same conversations are happening everywhere. Now the basketball world is openly debating whether LeBron has simply gotten too old to dominate at this level. Charles Barkley is cracking cowboy boot jokes. Kwame Brown is going in on him during podcast rants. And JJ Redick has been publicly complaining about officiating while deflecting attention from his own coaching struggles. At this point, every conversation surrounding the Lakers eventually circles back to the same uncomfortable question.
Can the 41-year-old LeBron James still carry a team through the second round of the playoffs? And listen to this. Dillon Brooks publicly asked that question years ago. Now the entire basketball world is finally asking it too. Meanwhile, Brooks gets to sit courtside and watch his original take play out live in front of everybody. The LeBron side has also gone unusually quiet about Brooks specifically. 3 years ago, LeBron had energy for the back and forth. He posted the Grizzly Bear caption. He took the trash talk personally, and he used that rivalry as playoff motivation. But now, the entire dynamic feels completely flipped. Brooks is no longer the little antagonist trying to poke the giant. Now, Brooks looks like the survivor, sitting comfortably on the porch, watching the giant slowly fade out of the spotlight. The roles have completely reversed. Honestly, LeBron probably wishes Brooks would say something reckless in the media again so that he could respond with another viral Instagram caption. But Dillon Brooks does not even need to talk anymore. The cameras are already doing all the storytelling for him. That is the breakdown. Hit the like button if Dillon Brooks just delivered the pettiest and funniest move of this entire postseason. Subscribe so the next round of NBA playoff chaos lands directly in your feed. And drop your thoughts in the comments because I need to know who y'all think ultimately wins this rivalry long term. Right now, the Lakers are struggling, Dillon Brooks is enjoying the moment, and the cameras are catching every second of it. Catch y'all in the next one.